Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about the cell injury. So why cell injury? The most common first questions comes here. Why cell injury? Most common cause of cell injury. Most common cause of cell injury. It is due to hypoxia. Hypoxia means decrease in oxygen level in our body. And why oxygen level decreases? Due to ischemia. And what is meaning of ischemia? Ischemia means when the blood supply cut off. And the second questions comes here, that most sensitive cell most sensitive cell to hypoxia is neurons. And how many minutes is tolerate? 3 to 5 minutes. Beyond it will die. And third most question comes in, most resistant cell most resistant to hypoxia. It is fibroblast. There is two types of cell injury. First is reversible and second is irreversible. So in reversible type of cell injury, it happens due to hypoxia. Hypoxia means, and due to hypoxia what happens? It causes mitochondrial dysfunction. So the first questions comes here, that first change of cell injury. Many times it has come in exams. First change in cell injury, it is mitochondrial dysfunction, and due to mitochondrial dysfunction there is a decrease in synthesis of ATP, and when there is decrease in synthesis of ATP, it causes three things. First is failure of sodium potassium pump. Second is anaerobic glycolysis. And third in protein synthesis. All will see this one by one. First, what happens when there will sodium and potassium pump failed? Here it is normal, and when it is a failure, in normal condition there is three sodiums goes out and 2 potassium comes in. It is in the normal scenario. In when it's failed, then 3 sodium goes in and 2 potassium comes out. It means there is a positive charge concentration increases here. When the positive charge concentration increases here, it the water comes inside and it causes swellings, and it is hydropic change. Hydropic change occurs in cell. Hydropic change occur here. And when the questions comes, which is the first morphological change in cell injury? then we will say this hydropic change. And when the question says the first change in cell injury, then we will say mitochondrial dysfunction. And if morphological included, then we will say hydropic change. So when the cells when the water comes on coming inside, the cells which is round it start making bulb like this, and these are called myelin figure. These are called myelin figure. From round to myelin figure. The questions comes which myelin figure is seen in reversible cell injury or irreversible cell injury, or both. If both will be there will be option, then we will tick both. But if there will be reversible or irreversible separately, then we will choose reversible. We will choose irreversible when it will cause in which myelin figure irreversible, reversible, or both, then we will choose irreversible. In reversible there is normally 5 to 6 bulb present. These are bulb, and in irreversible there are 15. For example, if both will come, then we will take both. And these myelin figure are made up of phospholipid. This also comes in exams. Myelin figures are made up of phospholipid and calcium. Phospholipid and calcium. And the first we have seen here, what happens when there is failure in sodium potassium. Now we will see anaerobic glycolysis. When anaerobic glycolysis, in the byproduct of anaerobic glycolysis, you all know, is lactic acid. Byproduct of anaerobic glycolysis is lactic acid. Lactic acid. When the lactic acid's concentration increases in body, our pH of our body will keep on decreasing. pH of body decreases. It causes nuclear chromatin clumping. Now the third is what happened. We have discussed about failure of sodium potassium pump. We have discussed anaerobic glycolysis. Now we will discuss protein synthesis. Here I am teaching here, like our RER is, this is our RER. So when there is less ATP production, these are from endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes shed off, ribosome absent. So ribosomes, if the degranulation of ribosomes occurs and there will be no ribosomes, then protein synthesis will not happen. So it causes decrease in protein synthesis also. This is all about reversible cell injury. Now let's move towards irreversible cell injury. Irreversible cell injury. In irreversible, when it occurs, the first question comes when, why cell injury. Irreversible type of cell injury occurs when there is irreversible type of cell injury occurs when there is severe membrane damage. And when there is severe mitochondrial damage. When there will be severe membrane damage, let's suppose making rough diagram of a cell. Let's suppose here the injury occurred. So the calcium which is present surrounding the cell, it will come inside and it will activate enzymes like phospholipase, nuclease and protease, and it causes mitochondrial damage. Trick of the chapter is mitochondria. Wherever anything happen in cell injury, it will cause mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondrial damage. And when the calcium deposits in the mitochondria, it causes mitochondrial damage and forms an amorphous density. So the here the questions comes that amorphous density is seen in. So our answer will be mitochondria. And what is this amorphous density made up of? It is made up of calcium. And the questions comes is amorphous density is seen in irreversible, reversible or both. So we have to tick in irreversible. So what we learn about the mitochondrial damage, but why this calcium activate these nucleases, phospholipase and proteases in nucleases? Because to destroy the nucleus, this nucleus enzymes helps, and like in 3 steps it occurs, and the sequence is very important. First is pycnosis, and second karyolysis, and third karyolysis. So pycnosis means nuclear shrinkage. And karyo means nucleus, and rhexis means fragmentation. And karyo means nuclear, and lysis means dissolution. So the nuclear dissolution takes place here. So the sequence is important. Try to learn sequence. Many times comes in exam. So this is all about cell injury. Please, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you.